Mudryk and Noni Madueke will be very, very important for Enzo Maresca's formation. I know we've all watched the preseason friendly, against Wrexham, and people are coming up with their different opinions, different minds, different sort of suggestions. Lots of people are saying, oh, how rather have been saying was too boring, and I would admit it was rather slow, rather tepid. And in my previous video, where I did the analysis of the game, I also admitted this, that the players were a bit slow on the game. Now, if you watch Leicester when they played, rather last season in the Championship, you would know that this is not the real Enzo Maresca style of football. Now, you expect quick 1-2 touch, and even from the training videos at Cobham that we all saw from the official Chelsea account, it was clear that it was Enzo Maresca all about 1-2 touch passing, and we didn't get to see that in this game. And there's something as well that people sort of forget about Enzo Maresca's style of play. Now, one thing in football, we as football fans, we do, pundits do this as well, is when a coach is known for a certain style of football, like passing, high pressing, gang pressing style of football, we forget why the play goes in certain ways. We forget the other aspects of their tactics. Now, no manager really goes for possession for possession's sake. Possession tries to unlock or grace overload on one section of the pitch to free up space on the other section of the pitch. Now, for Enzo Maresca, his idea is dominance via possession and then leaving the wingers high and wide. So once those spaces open up, the passes go quickly to those forwards. And sometimes when you're playing against teams that want to high press, you have a quick pass that goes above the opposition's back line, above the opposition defense, and quickly onto the striker that's making the runs into the box. So these are some aspects of Maresca's football that we didn't see in the Wrexham game. At least we saw to a very, very minute aspect, a very minute level. Now, I said Noni Madueke and Mykhailo Mudryk would be very, very important for Enzo Maresca's style of football, because they would be the wingers that would be left 1v1 versus opposition fullbacks. And the expectation is for them to take on these fullbacks, either go to the byline and whip low and hard crosses for an on-rushing striker. That could be Nkunku if he plays there, Guyu if he plays there, if he gets game time to play there as well, and Nicholas Jackson as well if he maintains his position as the primary striker, for him to rush into and take shots. Or as we saw with Fatau in the game incidentally that Leicester played against Chelsea, in the cup game that Leicester played against Chelsea when Enzo was still their coach, Enzo Maresca was still their coach, isolates, you have Mudryk isolated against a fullback, for instance, step overs, shimmy onto his right foot, shot. Same thing with Noni Madueke, shimmy onto his left foot, shoot, or lays the ball off for an oncoming midfielder, or lays the ball into the box for a striker to score. So these are things that we would see in the ideal Enzo Maresca style of football. So Noni Madueke and Mykhailo Mudryk will be very, very important, because they have the natural attributes and abilities in terms of they have pace, they both have skills, they have flair. Though you might say Mudryk has been lacking for confidence, and I would admit that this season is a big season for him, really, because he has to show what he is all about this season. He had a very good initial stint when he joined, but hasn't really impressed so much. Though was a bit decent in spots in the last season, and this season he's going to be very crucial for him as well. And Noni Madueke is going to be crucial for him as well. But I think they will come good, and if they come good, that is where we would see, the true essence of Enzo Maresca's football. Pep Guardiola said it once in an interview I was watching, that possession is not just for possession's sake, that sometimes when his team have the ball, they intend to create overloads at one section of the pitch. By that I mean have the opposition midfielders and defensive midfielders and centre backs push to one side of the pitch because they are subconsciously drawn due to the interchange of passes that's going on one end of the field, and then quickly move the ball to the opposite side of the field, and then you have that freedom. So Enzo Maresca's style of play isn't just the whole position's sake, but actually free up space for the two wingers, that will be left isolated versus the opposition fullback. So like I said, like it says, wing play will be very, very important. So let's take note. And then before I come to the end of the video, I'd like to say this. Now, people have complained about Reece James inverting to the midfield. What's his face now? Cucurella inverting to midfield. That's drab. No, we haven't yet seen the full essence of Enzo Maresca's style of play, because those midfielders invert into the midfield, and what you have invert into the midfield when the team has the ball. But when the team doesn't have the ball, when the team is playing against a side that's dominating possession, or at least and get a good share of the possession, the fullbacks will drop into their natural defensive position to make it a back four. So let's get that. Let's note that it's very, very important. Let's note that and understand that going into next season. So hopefully the next game versus Celtic, I think this Saturday, we'll get to see more of Enzo Maresca's style of play. We'll get to see more of the wingers do their thing. And to point out as well, we saw Tyreek George doing his thing as well on the flanks. We saw Noni Madueke doing a bit down the flanks as well. So at this point, I've come to the end of the video. Please do let me know what you think about Enzo Maresca so far. What do you think about the Wrexham game? What do you think about the wingers, Mudryk, Noni Madueke? What do you think about the inverted fullbacks? What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section. And do click the subscribe button, smash the like button as well, and click the notification bell so you're notified each time I post a video on the channel. So for now, do have a splendid rest of your day. God bless. Bye-bye.